Okay, so the first drive in the 2015 Audi SQ5, it's an all-wheel drive, quattro. It has a V6 twin-turbo 3-litre engine. They have what you call a twin-scrolled turbo, which I've never heard of before. I've actually had to do some research to understand what that is. And that's a turbo that actually helps with lower end torque. And because this is a diesel, it already has good lower end torque. If you see the car from the outside, it looks, if you don't really know about cars, it looks like a standard Q5. It looks like a good family SUV, which it is. It still is, but it's a lot quicker and a lot more refined in terms of suspension and handling and speed. Okay, so we are currently just driving in the standard driving mode. It has a 8-speed automatic Tiptronic gearbox, and we're just going to feel the acceleration off the bat with the standard drive mode. It is quite wet, as one could see, so we're not going to go crazy in the car, which is a bit unfortunate, but it is what it is. I'm still thinking we're going to get a just an understanding of what this car can do, because you can already feel, even when you are just cruising in and around town, you can feel how much power this car has. Okay, normal drive mode, acceleration. Yeah, it picks up speed so easily, it's ridiculous. The low end torque is amazing in this car. Goodness gracious. Okay, sport mode. Sport? No, that's manual. That's sport mode. Let's feel. I have a newfound respect for these cars. Goodness. It's not trying to be obnoxiously loud. It just sounds really, really good. You know that you're driving something very, very quick. Quite interestingly, I know this is not a huge fact for a lot of people, but the rearview mirror, it indicates what direction you're facing. So we are currently west. Good information to have. That's fantastic. 230 kilowatts in an SUV seems quite unnecessary, but it seems fully necessary when you're driving this car. Okay, while we're cruising, you can just hear it holding acceleration. I mean, the gear, it's holding a lower gear, so that when you're ready, that is insane. Oh, we're northwest right now. That is insane. Okay, let's put it back into drive. And now we've got the kids in the car. Yeah, we found respect for this Audi SQ5. And this is the 2015 model. It's not necessarily an old car, but it's not the newest, latest version. And it handles so well. No body roll or anything like that. It's, considering it's quite high up, but that's amazing. Let's just see what it does out of curiosity when you put it on manual. Okay, it stays in the same gear that you were currently in when you were cruising. Down. Okay, you can't hear the car at all because we are cruising in 7th gear. 1,500 revs, drop it down. 2,000 revs, drop it down. 3,000 revs. 4,000. This is so nice. This is so nice. Oh my word. This is so nice. And I don't know if the car, because it wants to be as fuel efficient as possible, it constantly, even though you're in manual, it still wants you to change up so that you can be more fuel efficient, I assume. which I don't really understand, because if you are in manual, you're not really worried about fuel efficiency. Are you? Nah. Listen to that. For a family SUV. Wow, I love this car. Didn't think I would love this car this much, but goodness gracious. And I'm not just talking about the acceleration or the speed. Okay, let's put it back into drive. And it calms down. Goodness. Goodness. Maybe we should get one of these. It feels like the safest car ever. I don't know if it's because it's built for speed, so it's just trying to stay as...
Well, like, when you go faster than BM, you can feel it. Whereas this is like, I could be dorsing in the back.
100%. Okay, standard drive mode acceleration. What's the point? I can probably say that a lot of people that are driving this car probably never use the paddle shifts, because I don't see it being necessary if you need to pass somebody or you need to get onto the other side quite quickly or anything like that, because the standard drive mode, when you put your foot down, it automatically changes 3 gears, 4 gears if necessary, depending on the incline, decline or flat. Like now it's a decline, slightly, accelerate. It's just changed down 3 gears and it has more than enough power for you to go anywhere at any time. It is insane. I like this car a lot. Okay, so let's put it in manual. Change down. Again. And again, you still feel so safe in the car. Pros and cons though, because you're probably gonna go a lot faster than you think in this car. Don't know how good that is for, not that I'm an experienced driver, but people that don't really know cars. But let's feel what it feels like now. See, it's asking me to change up fuel efficiency. We're not worried about fuel efficiency right now. Change down twice. 6th gear, 5th gear. Okay, so we just hit 40.4 liters per 100. You stay on. If you stay on that, you just need to go straight to the next petrol station. And now back in drive mode, cruising, relaxing. It's at 9 liters per 100. So I guess, yeah, it can be a fuel efficient car if you would want it to. And I guess if you have this as your daily driver, you aren't going to be constantly doing what I'm doing. Which makes sense. I want a car like this. I really want a car like this. Okay, so changing the tires, or just putting 4 tires on, from my understanding, it's 5,000 Rand a tire. Yeah. I love it. I love it. And one thing I must add is, if you look at the rear view mirrors, they are actually quite large. And I can only assume that it's because if you are still going to be towing trailers and things like that, this car is more than capable. Let's put it in manual. Can you hear that? It's subtle, but you could still hear it. It still sounds a little bit angry, which I enjoy so much. Even when you are in the standard driving mode, yes, it does dull down a bit and it does quieted down, but you can still hear it. You can still hear that it's there. It sounds absolutely beautiful. Goodness gracious. Just to let you know, we're going in the southern west direction. Some good information.